Isn't this episode just a glorified clip show?
They're not recycled clips or anything. Besides, they feature me.
Oh, good. Another reason not to watch it. Welcome back to another episode of Batman the Animated Recap. Last time, we covered Terror in the Sky, featuring the Man-Bat in pink pants and a blouse. This time, we are getting some of Batman's most popular villains having a story time. Season 1, Episode 46 of Batman the Animated Series, Almost Got Him. We open on a poker table in a seedy bar. Joker is dealing cards to Penguin, Two-Face, and Killer Croc while they complain about Batman. They even share some ideas about who he is.
Well, you know what I think? Not the robot theory again. Well, he could be.
I am not a robot.
Here we go again. Oh yes, Batsy, do tell us about how human you are.
I can already see where this is going. An episode filled with villains telling tales about how they almost defeated me is going to embolden all of you to try my patience, so I'm bringing in backup.
Yes! Who do you want me to kung fu? Yeah!
Luke, welcome back.
Thanks for having me, Batman.
Oh man, not this guy again. You got Luke from Serum Lake to come back on? Oh man, Batman's got some serious clout. A little too much clout if you ask me. If you're not already aware, Luke does video essays on Batman the Animated Series and some of the other DCAU shows. His videos are what these ones would be if we had standards and sophistication. Anyway, Luke, what do you have going on your channel?
Well, since last we met, I've been branching out a bit more into talking about other Batman shows, not just Batman the Animated Series. I've extensively covered Caped Crusader, and have recently started talking about 2004's The Batman, 2013's Beware the Batman, and even a little bit of Creature Commandos.
Oh, wow. You know, I too hope to one day dream beyond Batman the Animated Series. Look, as much as I enjoy listening to you two blithering buffoons go on and on, can we get back to me? The episode?
Yes, and then we can discuss why I wasn't invited to the card game. I'm far more interesting than the Penguin.
Yeah, and I really kill at cards. War, Go Fish, Old Maid, I've graded all of them.
Okay, I see why he wasn't invited.
No one was invited. We're villains. We don't ring each other up and say, hey, who wants to get together for a poker night? Why the hell not? Cards, cigars, whiskey, and talking about killing a bat? I can make that a weekly thing. I hate it when the dummy makes sense. You gonna let him talk to you like that?
Before the game can get underway, Poison Ivy shows up wanting to be dealt in. Killer Croc tells her it's a private game, but she doesn't take no for an answer.
Why, you little...
As Ivy sits down, she and Two-Face exchange verbal jabs, ending with one of my favorite lines, and reactions to that line, in the episode.
What does the other half want?
To hit you with a truck.
We used to date.
That's why you never mix romance and villainy. Isn't that right, oh clown prince of crime?
Can it, Crane? It's already bad enough the pun pilferer is back. I don't need your cheap shots too.
I didn't steal any puns, I simply got to them before you did. If anything, I would be the pun interceptor.
Hey, remember when you intercepted my bomb? Blew half your face off, as I seem to recall. How's that working out for you?
He's fine. It's nothing a little major reconstructive surgery couldn't fix.
Yeah, it's like it never happened. But I haven't forgotten about it.
Uh-oh.
I'm kidding. Forgive and forget, that's my motto.
What a stupid motto. The villains start arguing over who has come the closest to killing Batman. Joker says that they all have an almost got him story, and while he knows that his is the best, he'll let the others go first.
I'd say ladies first, but since we don't have any, we'll start with you, Pam.
Ivy's story is from the previous Halloween.
I had rigged hundreds of pumpkins to blow out poison ivy gas when they were lit.
Is that seriously what she's calling it? Poison ivy gas?
And what's wrong with that, Professor Crane?
It's stupid. It's poison. Just call it what it is. You don't hear me calling my stuff Scarecrow gas.
Well, clearly you have a branding problem. That's probably why you weren't invited to the poker game.
He said it, not me.
How dare you? I don't have a branding problem. I'm the Scarecrow, a physical representation of fear.
You know, most scarecrows don't even scare crows, so I'm not sure the whole motif is working for you.
Et tu, Bane, et tu. Batman arrives at the pumpkin patch and walks directly into Ivy's trap.
Trick or treat.
Pumpkin bombs? What kind of Marvel hobgoblin shit is that?
Language.
Psh, I bet Luke would be allowed to swear.
Yes, but I have the class not to.
Ivy tries to pull Batman's cowl off, and he stops her in a way that only a gentleman could.
Jeez, Betsy, was all that necessary?
That's a rich question coming from you.
Slander! I've never laid a hand on Ivy.
Not Ivy. Oh, never mind.
The entire pumpkin patch catches fire, causing multiple pumpkins to explode. For some reason, Batman, who always has a gas mask on his belt, doesn't this time and succumbs to the poison. Ivy opts to leave Batman to die in the patch, but he has one more trick up his sleeve.
Batman gets a gas mask from the Batmobile before giving Ivy a very disapproving headshake. What the hell was that? I was disappointed. If she had taken my utility belt, she would have won. Funny you should mention that, because our next villain definitely learned that lesson. After Ivy's story, Two-Face begins his, where Batman has already been captured off-screen. He removes Batman's utility belt before strapping him to a giant penny.
Just so you don't get any ideas.
Why don't you put some kind of security on our belts? People are always trying to take them off. How about an electric shock or something?
And are you going to pay for the R&D on that?
I mean, you're the billionaire.
Yes, because, as I've stated before, I'm frugal. You have a bat cave and a plethora of bat-themed devices and vehicles. You don't know the meaning of the word frugal. Luke, help me out here.
Well, that's an interesting question. How does Batman display his frugality? Sometimes Batman... No. Well, he sometimes saves money, but no, that doesn't work either. I mean, he gives to charity, which still isn't frugal. No, I'm sorry, I've got nothing.
Wow. Two-Face places the giant penny on an angled plane with the intention of dropping a pile of gold on the raised side to launch the coin into the air. Either way it lands is bad for Batman.
The coin lands face down, you'll be squashed flat. It lands face up, it'll just break every bone in your body.
Batman reveals he stole Two-Face's coin and starts using it to cut himself free. Two-Face hastily launches the penny, but Batman frees himself and takes down the entire gang.
Well, they're dead.
No, they're not. They're alive and well. Paralyzed from the neck down, but they were breathing fine on machines the last time I saw them. When did you steal that coin? Please. I trained with ninjas and magicians. I could steal that coin undetected from across the room.
He grabbed it when he lunged at Two-Face.
And this is why I don't teach you magic tricks. You always give away the secret.
Our next tale comes from Killer Croc, who delivers a narrative that is succinct and arguably the most memorable from the episode.
I threw a rock at him. It was a big rock.
Penguin is up next, and he manages to lure Batman to an aviary. He sprays Batman with a pink mist before attacking him with... hummingbirds? That can't be right.
It's the Penguin! According to this show, he's obsessed with birds, so it makes perfect sense.
But hummingbirds?
They were poison-tipped hummingbirds.
Oh, poisoned hummingbirds. Now that is entirely different. How did you get out of that? I gave them a bath.
I'd say you gave them a bird bath.
I was just about to make that joke.
The early bird gets the worm. Waka waka. With the small arms disabled, Penguin breaks out the big guns.
And I suggest you do it quickly, before my cassowary's razor-sharp talons rend you asunder.
Wait, he had that thing the whole time? Why not attack with all the birds at once? Because it's less dramatic if Batman can't put up a fight. Right. I forgot we're all drama queens.
Batman does get injured by the large bird, but manages to subdue it by stabbing it with one of the poisoned hummingbirds. Batman goes after the Penguin, but he manages to escape using his helicopter umbrella.
Why did you blow up the door? Penguin locked me inside.
You could have gone out the window.
What?
Obviously, he had no other choice than to blow the door.
Joker isn't impressed by anyone's story and tells of his own run-in with Batman, which happened just the night before.
I ran into my first guest last night while making a withdrawal from the bank. You know this is the Dark Knight.
Batman is strapped to an electric chair that is powered by laughter. The Joker doses the audience with his laughing gas, and just as Batman's goose is about to be cooked, Catwoman comes to the Dark Knight's aid.
MJ Addison, 555.
Hold on. That fork was made of metal. The current would have gone right to it and electrocuted the Joker.
Riddle me this. Which of Batman's rogues is too concerned with real-world physics on a comic book show?
Oh, piss off, Nigma. You weren't invited to the card game either.
Hurtful, but true. Catwoman takes down the Joker's goons while Batman frees himself from the electric chair. Joker tries to escape but is stopped by Catwoman until Harley hits her from behind, which brings us back to the present where Joker reveals where Catwoman is being held and what he's going to do with her.
Catwoman is being trussed up at the Pussykins Pet Food Factory. I'm sending a lovely case of cat food to Batman.
It's at this point that we get the big reveal that Killer Croc isn't Killer Croc.
I don't think so.
The rest of the rogues at the table are ready to fill Batman full of lead, until he says that he's pretty good at laying traps too. Wait, every other person in this place was a cop? That's way too many cops. That's like every cop at the station, or more. That would never happen.
I don't know, Gotham is always making poor choices with police. Remember in The Dark Knight Rises when they sent every cop in the city into the sewers to look for Bane?
Point taken. Moving on. Over at the cat food factory, Harley is waiting for the Joker but gets surprised by Batman. She activates the switch to send Catwoman to her doom, assuming that Batman would have to choose between saving Catwoman or stopping her, but Batman just sort of nonchalantly handles both.
Almost didn't save her, Bats, and you didn't seem concerned at all.
I wasn't. You saw Batman Returns. She's got 9 lives.
Even if that were true, she still would have suffered an excruciating death before coming back to life.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. Lesson learned.
Harley is taken into police custody while Catwoman flirts with Batman atop the factory, even going in for a kiss. Unfortunately for her, in the brief moment that she takes her eyes off of Batman, he escapes. And the episode ends with...
Almost got him.
What? Why would you do that? Maybe he didn't want gross lady lips touching his. Nah, he's just playing it cool. Always leave him wanting more. I know I always do. That's because your wood's made of actual wood. The f*** did you just say to me? I will beat you to death with the dummy here. Promises, promises.
This is one of the most fun episodes of the entire series. One of the rare times that we get to see so many villains interacting, and it's great. I only wish that it was a two-parter so that we could have gotten a little bit more out of each of the stories. Some of them seemed like a bit of an afterthought, with the Joker getting the main plot.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Sometimes it is. As far as I'm concerned, this is one of the best episodes of the series. Probably top 5 material, so I'm giving it an astounding 5 hurled rocks out of 5.
Thank you to the following supporters on Patreon: Jay Booth, Sean Hart, Jimmy Purcell, Rick Maxwell, Tony Ebers, Jessica Tim, EC, JR Green, Emilio Flores, and AJN. If you'd like early access to videos and bonus behind the scenes content, you can become a patron at patreon.com/jackofallnerds. If you do, Batman will teach you all of his magic tricks. And then you can teach them to me. Join us next time when we'll be covering Birds of a Feather. A penguin episode. I'd rather see one featuring Sherman, the child detective. Till next time, boys and girls.
Another solid review, everyone. Good work? Yes, even you villains.
Huh, figures. The one time he thanks me, he's also thanking the villains. That's your own fault. You should get on the Bane juice, like me, and you'll be respected.
What? Bane juice? You mean the venom?
Nope, I'm following Ivy's example and rebranding. Bane juice, baby!
Not a bad plan.
I don't know. As much as I enjoy a good whoopee cushion, Joker gas just makes me sound incredibly flatulent.
Hey Joker,
What? Why are you still here?
just one more thing before I go. Remember when I said forgive and forget?
Yes?
I lied.
Touché.
Luke, how could you... Huh. I thought I'd be mad about that, but I'm not. Thanks for watching, everyone. Give the video a like and a share. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you haven't already, head on over to Luke's channel, Serum Lake, and do the same. If you don't, I'll clean your clock with the duster of justice.